Hi everyone, welcome to the Forest of Lore, where fiction feels like a new reality. I'm your host, Forrest, and it's time to delve deeper into the story.
Hey everyone, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Forest of Lore podcast. I am your main host, Forrest, and I am here with my lovely co-host, Kayla.
Hello.
And to get a little introduction, this podcast is going to be about modern media and discussing various types of it and how social media can easily play into it and how much of it is now part of our modern culture. So, Kayla, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself to get us started?
Yeah. Well, I am a Pittsburgh native. I did move out of Pittsburgh, and now I currently reside in Wheeling, West Virginia. It's not that far away, but that's where I am now. I'm the same age as Forrest. I am older, and I like to brag about that.
Only by what, 3 months?
No, I think it's more than that. Because I'm in May and you're in August.
May is the 5th month, August is the 8th. So, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it is 3.5? Huh, I thought it was longer than that. Anyways, about myself, I'm not really that interesting, so I gotta think of something here. I like to cosplay. Yeah, we're both cosplayers. I like to sing, dance, draw. I go to Northern Community College, and I am a criminal justice major. I will finish up my bachelor's at West Liberty University. And with my degree, I plan to become a crime scene investigator.
So, to completely jump ship and go to the other end of the series, I am a digital media arts major at my university, which I am going to keep private for my own safety and comfort. I am currently a junior. I really love talking about this stuff. I love talking about media and just taking a deeper look at it and how much it truly plays into our society now, considering we all have our little devils in our pockets, which we can't look away from. As mentioned previously, both of us are cosplayers. That's sort of one of the main reasons I actually wanted to do this topic as a podcast, due to just how global it is now and how much it has sort of taken over, and even the materials from it especially. Is with certain titles such as Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, and I would even say My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah.
To give a modern example, well, more modern, and how much it has dominated younger audiences and even those older. So with that out of the way, this is going to be a bit more of a technical episode because we have to start somewhere, and if something's not making sense later on because certain terms will be getting brought up over and over, it's easier just to get it started here. So best way to start, source material. As mentioned previously, the source material is like the actual media that we are looking at. So like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, it can be anything. So animation, movies, books, manga, even games, as long as it's from something.
Right. I mean, I've literally seen people like cosplay characters that they've made up, even from those different fandoms.
Even stuff of their own that may be slightly inspired by a show. But almost always, there's always some form of inspiration that comes from somewhere. And with people finding things that they like, they're going to be more invested. They're going to look more into it. People are making art. People are making cosplays. People are making videos, making whatever with it.
Yeah, so, they're being creative.
Yes. And this ends up forming something called a fandom or a fan base. Fan base is more the people. Fandom, I'd say, is everything as a general, including all the creative works. You would say that too?
Yeah, pretty much.
But to delve deeper into the fan base of the people, you're going to have various levels of casuals. And these can vary anywhere on a spectrum of, oh, I just like this and I want to see what else is here, to yikes. Am I wrong, though? because yikes.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty interesting stuff.
And that is for a later episode, so stick around for that. But typically you can go from casuals who are just here for the fun of it. They want to see what's here. They may not be into making their art. They may not be making costumes to run around in and have fun with. They're just casually interacting, either with the source material or other media created. Then you would get to, I would say, the modern stan, which is sort of just a little bit more hyped up. They're a lot more invested. They take a bit more time out of their day to go watch something, to go read something, maybe even right as it drops at midnight for certain mangas.
Yeah, or they like wait outside, like overnight outside of GameStop for their favorite video game to go on sale.
Or even, I would say, tents outside of concert halls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just paying a lot of money and a lot of time into something, showing their great support. And then I would say we also have, I don't want to call it hyper stans, but that's just the way I sort of acknowledge stuff with along the lines of like hyperfixations. Because you don't really get to control that.
No.
We love this. And as somebody with ADHD, I am allowed to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because I know for myself, there has been certain material, Percy Jackson, and now even Minecraft YouTubers, I am just sucked into. And it has taken up so much time. I am working on a full-fledged AU, but that will be discussed in a different episode. Yes, I'm advertising in the middle of my first episode. I'm sorry.
You gotta get it out somehow.
And while we're talking about advertisement, please feel free to subscribe. It's free. You can always change your mind later, so make sure to hit the red button or whatever button is here on Spotify. You can click the bell icon to get notifications.
Pretty sure that's YouTube instead of Spotify.
But to continue on the topic of people, we are going to get to what everybody considers a stan. And this is the yikes of the yikes. People we would consider stalkers. These are the people who are over-invested to a point of, why do you know that information? You should not know that.
Yeah.
Typically, I would say this is seen with stuff such as K-pop.
Yeah, mainly celebrities in any part of Hollywood.
Yes. Because we all heard the horror stories. We have all heard these horror stories before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd also like to state right here, right now, if you have a profile picture as a K-pop person or some celebrity, there's nothing wrong with that. I am not trying to generalize.
Right.
Because, but just, people take things to such extremes, and I personally don't know how that is.
Me either.
Because it's just like, these people are still people. Yes, I know a little too much about certain voice actors, such as a majority of the roles they play. You know I do.
Yeah, but that's also considered just like basic information, kind of.
And just the fact that I can list some right off the bat without even having to look up, but I would say that's a bit more general and hyper. But Stalkers, best example I can give would probably end up being with the Minecraft fandom right now. Mm-hmm. While it is a small population within it.
Yeah.
The fact that a 16-year-old got doxxed and there has been certain comments about him and the other minors.
Oh. I've not heard about that.
It's, oh boy. But then we also, some people do not like to consider the stalker fans, or as I'm going to call them, stans, to be true fans, considering they are probably not listening to creators' wishes of privacy.
They never do.
And they go way too much on somebody who is giving even, I'd say even slight criticism. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, you're just a hater.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, oh, you're not a true fan. And generally, that can just easily be a way to gatekeep. And gatekeeping,
definitely.
Yeah, gatekeeping is when people are trying to invalidate somebody's role in a community or making sure that, hey, you're not supposed to be here.
It's basically them just taking control of everything to make sure that they're on top.
Or that their population within the fandom is there. This is going to be an interesting take, but with it, I would say the biggest version of this, the bronies.
Oh, they're a whole different breed, man.
Yes, because they are way too much, and they even pushed the target demographic for the show out. Mm-hmm. Young children from the ages of, I would say, 5 to 12 got pushed out of a target demographic because of grown men.
Yeah.
Not wanting to be seen as part of a group with these little girls. Well, predominantly girls.
Mm-hmm.
And
it makes me glad that my cousin wasn't like that, because he was considered a brony. Because, like, anytime I would see him at family functions, he was wearing, like, My Little Pony stuff.
Yeah.
And luckily, he wasn't, like that, because that would have been, like, a whole different ball game.
Oh.
He was just mellow. He's like, yeah, I like the show and whatnot. And he had, like, hat and merch and other types of merch. It was, subtle, but I see you over there.
Hush, that is a phase I like to forget.
I know. Luckily, I was never in that phase.
That was me in middle school.
I know. I remember that.
Oh. And yes, nostalgia for both of us is going to come with this. We are going to try and keep it as educational as we can and discussion-based. Mm-hmm. But please feel free to talk about your nostalgia with this as well. But to jump back, obviously target demographics are a big thing. Certain shows, certain movies, certain anything is going to be aimed predominantly at something. Mm-hmm. Because trying to aim at everyone, counterproductive, and you're just not going to sell well. If you're aiming to be good to everybody, you're not going to win. Mm-hmm. I mean, kind of think of the best option with this. Mm-hmm. Let's just take My Little Pony again. Obviously that is aimed towards a younger demographic, predominantly girls. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I do not know the history of how this happened. I was just lightly in the fandom to give it a generalization.
Yeah.
But somehow people who are older, I would say, because I was about 12 when it came out.
Yeah, right around then. It was like I think it was probably like early 2010s,
Yeah.
maybe. It was somewhere around there. We were like about to transition into middle school, I think.
Yeah, because it was about intermediate. 2010.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, so that was
4th grade.
Fourth or fifth grade, yeah. So obviously, target demographics are going to shift throughout time. Harry Potter was focused more on a young adults. Same with Percy Jackson.
And Twilight. Twilight was also for young adults too.
Yeah, but I would say that was more like early teens.
Yeah.
Just because of some of the content in it.
Yeah.
Either way, I just do not like Twilight.
Me either.
But with Harry Potter and Percy Jackson, they were aimed at young adults about the age of 10 to 12 originally. Just like with the main characters. And we all grew up with it. Now it's getting passed down to another generation as people who originally read it are having their own kids, having their kids exposed to it, or just even as things are getting exposed to through school, such as Percy Jackson being a required reading at some schools.
Yeah.
Because I remember we had it at our middle school. I just didn't get I didn't get to read it again.
I mean, I didn't read it as like a curriculum, but we did watch the dreadful movies.
Oh.
But now in today's, English curriculum, like my younger brother and sister, they got to read The Lightning Thief.
Yeah, I was exposed to it via the movies when the original one came out. And my dad challenged me to read all 5 of the original set in the remaining part of the summer. And this was right before going into middle school. So I did it.
You showed me Percy Jackson.
Yeah. I realized the other day, I got all of my friends into Percy Jackson. All of you guys.
Yeah. It's kind of an unhealthy obsession of mine, just saying. At least, it's better than, any other things.
Yeah, I mean, I have my camp shirt from a couple years back, whenever I went to one based off of the books. It is. And I do have the Camp Halflet and Camp Jupiter shirts somewhere. They are just not by me.
Yeah, I may have ordered 3 new hoodies.
Kayla. Kayla.
It has both camps and a Hades cabin.
I don't know whether to be happy or disappointed.
Listen, I already have the t-shirts. I'm getting hoodies now.
I can't say anything because I'm a hoodie fiend.
Yeah,
I'm literally wearing my dream hoodie right now.
Yeah, I needed more hoodies, so why not make it Percy Jackson themed?
I am this close to buying one. But generally, I'm just saving up more for if my current fandom gets more merch. Kayla's heard me. Kayla has heard me infoed up.
Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot of people are in the Minecraft fandom anymore.
It's made a resurgence with the emergence of the Dream SMP. Because, oh my gosh, that thing is popular. I mean, having about 500,000 views on a finale on Twitch.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And Dream now having about 18 million subscribers.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I want to say, within his year of doing this, he has beaten out the OGs.
I don't think he's anywhere close to PewDiePie though. PewDiePie's number 1, isn't he?
Out of actual YouTubers, yes.
Yeah.
Because I do not count T-Series. That is a company. No. That is a company.
Yeah.
Not a YouTuber. How many subscribers does PewDiePie even have?
Last time I checked, it was 109 million. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, figure how many people are now getting back into Minecraft, how many people are getting into streaming because of these people.
Yeah.
How many SMPs are being created.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, SMP is a survival multiplayer in Minecraft. Is there anything else that we should talk about?
I don't know. My mind is just thinking Harry Potter.
I mean, figure both of us grew up on that.
Yeah.
And
grew up on a lot of things.
Yeah, and knowing me, I just made it worse. Because somehow I get into things. I info dump about stuff. It just somehow spreads.
Yeah.
Mainly with Percy.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that. Because I do want to say it was a majority of our group in high school.
Yeah. Basically our entire lunch table.
In a way,
that was something else.
In a way, I don't regret it.
No.
In a way. Now that about 7 years have passed.
Yeah, I'd say just about 7 or 8.
7.
You know it's funny when you have to count on your fingers.
We're almost 21.
Like, we're adults here and we're still counting on our fingers.
Do I look like a math major?
I'm not either. That's why I wouldn't.
And I was about to say, do I look like I'm good at math?
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm good at math, but I just, I don't have patience. Can't do it.
Yeah, but it's just... But now that the 7-8 years have passed, it's kind of like certain parts or certain people I wish didn't get into it.
Yeah.
But just fandom culture in general is capable of bringing so many people together for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure with certain things, My Hero Academia, we can definitely say that is a bit more leaning towards for worst. But that will be discussed in a later episode because the toxicity in fandom culture deserves an hour of its own.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to talk about with that.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if our bullet script for this is going to be a page long for that one specifically.
Especially like the cosplay part of that.
Oh, that we could probably talk in our next episode, which is going to be about conventions, given it is not just about anime or San Diego.
Yeah. Because not everyone can get to San Diego.
I wish, but...
Yeah, because, there's some people on the East Coast.
Yeah, and it's just, I've heard it's interesting during that time there.
Yeah.
But that will be for next week. I guess this is it for this week. I'd like to thank you all for listening or watching, whichever platform you're here on. Thank you for coming. I hope you stick around. This is gonna be a very rough episode. I am very sorry.
Hey, it's the first episode. It's only gonna get better from here.
And it's informational. It's just how can we really talk back and forth?
Right.
Whereas with conventions, both of us have enough experience with that. It's just like, oh, hey, this is something that happens. This is something that happens. Here's what to do. Here's what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys can all look forward to that. That episode should be up in about 2 weeks, I believe. Should be. Maybe sooner, depending on schedule. Obviously, both of us are doing school. And obviously, stay safe. We are still in a global panorama.
Wear your mask, wash your hands, stay 6 feet.
Be healthy. make smart decisions.
Right. Even though the numbers are decreasing, it's still there. It's not gone.
As much as we want it to be, this is the reality we are having to sit with.
Our ancestors have done it.
Yep. Whenever you get the chance to get vaccinated, please do. Again, thank you all for listening, or if you're here on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this. Please feel free to leave feedback in any comment section. I am Forrest.
I am Kayla.
And this has been the Forest of Lore podcast. See you all in your next fantasy.